Hey everybody, Christopher here, your real estate tech genius. Thanks so much for attending another episode of the Index, Real Estate Tech Genius's monthly webinar series where we coach buyers, sellers, and agents on using cloud services, social media, and mobile apps for your next real estate transaction. So I was having so many problems. I'm sorry to start this session late. I'm about 30 minutes late, but I was having so many problems getting the session started with the previous link that I had. I'm not new to Google Air, but it would not let me host or to start the call. I had to try several different techniques, and I finally was able to get it to work, which is here, but I had to start it from a brand new session. So I'm sorry I'm late, but thank you guys so much for being so patient with me and sending me IMs to make sure that I was still having a session. So this go around, I'll definitely make it very poignant, insightful, and straight to the point. So in this webinar, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to teach you about the power of referrals. I mean, who as a real estate technologist can make it in this world without referrals? However, for those buyers, and I mean, for those sellers out there who are looking to sell their current property, it is very important for you guys also to use referrals to be able to help your real estate agent so that you can be able to get more exposure to your property, get more showings, and get your property off the market. So that's what we're going to focus on today, the power of referrals. And referrals are just so important to everyone. And let me just give you a little bit of background about how I know about referrals and what happened. You know, I've been in the business since 2008. And I had started my real estate business in about 2003 when I bought my first property. And, you know, I've always had to use referrals to be able to get tenants in properties that I've owned before, or to refer someone to a particular property, either one of my properties or a friend's property, just so that they could be able to get more exposure. And one of the key things about referrals is that it really helps to streamline the process of, you know, getting people interested in building that relationship so that, you know, everyone can feel comfortable inside of the transaction. So, you know, I really want to pinpoint on that. And, you know, just through my experience and being in the business so long, you know, I've been able to see quite a few examples of how referrals can work. I mean, and word of mouth, everybody knows that that is the most poignant way for people to get things off their hands, you know, in any kind of fashion, either if it's a house or if it's a, you know, a piece of jewelry, anything. Word of mouth always works the best. So what I'm going to do now is just talk about what we're going to cover over in this webinar. Again, we're going to talk about referrals and how selling your home in 2015 is so much different than selling it in 2014, and definitely selling it before 2008. I'll talk to you guys about referral selling. What does that mean? I'm going to talk to you about how to ask for your referrals. I'm going to teach you on how to try again, and about how to make the system work. So let me share my screen so that you can be able to see what I'm seeing on my screen about those different topics and what we're going to go over. So give me 1 second. So these are the topics that we're going to talk about. So let me share my Microsoft Word document. So again, we're going to go over selling your home in 2015. We're also going to talk about referral selling, how to ask someone to refer you, which is really important. Online referrals, try again, and make the system work. So again, the information that we're going to cover is going to be found on www.retechgenius.com. That's my website. We have a free ebook called Power of Referrals. that you could be able to download and refer back to some of the topics that we're going to talk today. And it's also going to be able to give you some strategies and techniques on what you can do to be able to help get referrals and to refer your business out. So let's get started. All right. So let me share another screen of mine with you. This is going to have all the topics, and it's a a simplified version of what the ebook is going to look like. So the first thing is, like I was saying before, selling your house right now is so much different than before. So you're just going to have to get over the advice and the techniques that you were using in the past, and you're going to just have to come up to the 2015. I mean, who knew that in 2015 we'd be having so many different types of ways to be able to communicate and connect? So, anything that you were using before, just throw it out of the window, because right now, like this says, over 90% of all home searches are done on the web, on the tablet, and definitely not using the newspaper. I really want to point that out. I mean, print campaigns are pretty active right now, but that is one of the places where if you already have a growing business and you're trying to get more influence out there, then yeah, do definitely use newspaper or print ads. But right now, most folks are on the web. And also, you have to start thinking like an investor when you're selling your house. So you're going to have to get over the emotional impact that you have when you are looking to sell your property. So that piece of that paint that you put on the wall 5 years ago that you have so much attachment to, you're just going to have to get rid of that. Or that that new toilet that you bought or whatnot, just get over it. You're going to have to think like an investment and put that sentimentality away. And you also have to be serious about selling your property as well, because if you're going to put your house on the market, you're going to have to be ready to go through whatever the process is. And selling a house and even buying a house, it's not a simple process. And you have to just be mentally prepared. And us agents, we just do not like going to someone's home and doing a listing presentation, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not for sure if I want to sell it yet." Well, why am I here? So I mean, that's one of the things. Be ready. Let us coach you on the best ways to be able to sell your property. So, and then what this says is you're going to shoot yourself in the foot by overpricing the house because you have so much emotional bond to the property. So learn to be able to let the house go. Use an expert that can tell you how much you should sell the property for, and just continue to go through the process of getting your property sold, and so that you can be able to use that investment money on better things like some new shoes or a new property for yourself. And then again, find the right real estate agent. I think I've harped on that enough. Go to www.retechgenius and look at the ebook that we have called Finding the Right Real Estate Agent. It's a wonderful ebook, only a few pages long, easy to read, but it gives you so much insight on the process of selling your home, as well as finding the right people to be able to help you with your home. I mean, it's really important that you can be able to do that. So the next item that I want to talk to you guys about is referral selling. I think we all know what referrals are, and I think we all know what selling is. And so we just really combining those two. Talk to people so that you can be able to get your house sold, basically is what it means. And be able to find content and ideas that the person that you're looking to sell the property to, be able to find that target person. So if you have a house that is worth $250,000, that person is going to have different criteria than a person that's looking for a $50,000 house. Are they going to need financing for a $250,000 house? The mindset is different. What are they going to expect to have in the house? Granted, it's going to be one of the things that most people expect from a $200 or $350,000 house. But at a $50,000 house, sometimes they just may be happy to have a door hanging off the front door. So, just make sure that you know your audience when you're looking to sell your home. So let's go over a few things that I've been able to identify when I've been working with people. Understand the success rate. 90 to 50, when you're doing referral selling, your success rate is increased by 50 to 90% because that person you don't have to sell them because someone else has already done the job for you. And plus, you are building relationships as well. When somebody's already pre-screened a potential buyer for you, I mean, you can walk into the relationship just having a very casual conversation instead of trying to convince them that this place may be the property for you. If they're already coming and talking to you, they already have some ideas of what the property has and the amenities that it has because someone else has already done the work for you. And your revenue will increase dramatically because you'll have to spend less time coaching them. You could just get straight to the point. Hey, this place has this place has that, and can you come see it? And you reduce the competition as well because you're not having to go out and hunt for that person. When someone is referred to you, all you have to do is just show them what you have, and talk about the great things of the property, the different amenities, the location, your neighbors, the neighborhood, So I just really enjoy referrals because it just reduces the amount of stress and the time that I have to do at prospecting them. And what they say with referral selling, it seems that you have your own private sales force out there working for you without you having to pay them. So sellers, when you're out looking to sell your property, get people to refer to come to your house. Talk to your friends, go on your social media pages, put ads up just like me, the agent, would do for you. So how do you get someone to do a referral for you? And I think that that's really important. I want to make sure that I talk to you guys about that. You need to tell your friends and your colleagues about your property. Just a general casual conversation at the water cooler. Say, hey, I'm looking to sell my house. It has this and this and this. Um, Tell them an interesting story about your property. Hey, I bought this house back in 2006, and oh man, we had so many problems because it was a fixer-upper, and now we spent the last 9 years fixing it up, and it's beautiful. We have a garden in the back that blooms dogwood trees in the early spring, and it has white flowers, just anything to just make an interesting story. And again, know who your target customer is, know who you're trying to sell to. That's most important. That's one of the most important items as well, because you're telling a story to somebody that's whose friends are only buying $50,000 houses and yours is $250. I mean, there is a one in a lifetime chance that that person is actually going to provide you a referral, and ask for the referral, which is my next topic. How do you ask for a referral? Use these simple techniques. Do you know of one or two people who are currently looking for a property to buy or sell? It would mean the world to me if you could introduce me to one or two people that you know. Just ask for it. And you don't have to say, hey, give me somebody that's looking for a house. You can make it very simple. Hey, it would be terrific if you could put me in touch with one or two people that you know. Using those techniques, just really kind of helps out the process and makes it more streamlined. You don't feel like you're intruding on someone. You can really get some good contacts out of that. And, I think the biggest thing that hinders people from being in success is just asking for it. So, just ask. And if your personality is already affable, people already like you, I think that you will get so much more as well. So, what about online referrals? If you're not considering how online fits into selling your home, you're missing out on a gold mine of leads. So again, I was talking to you earlier about using your social media as a platform to be able to get referrals. If you put 6 beautiful photos of your property onto your social media platforms such as Facebook, and you say, hey, I have this beautiful home. Do you guys know anyone that is out there looking to purchase a property? I am sure someone is going to come back and say, hey, yeah, I have a friend, Jackie. She said that she was looking for a place. I can let her know about it. And she can submit your pictures over to Jackie. I mean, I've had that happen so many times by putting different social media buzzwords onto like my Facebook business page or definitely on my Facebook personal page, and people have made comments on it, let me know that other people are looking. So use your influence. Some of the other items that I have on here to get referrals. If you have the time and the wherewithal, or if you have a really good real estate agent who can do some of these techniques for you, I think that you should really consider them. One of them is get a website built for and around your singular property. There are a couple of places like Weebly. You can get a WordPress page, something that's like one landing page that has information about your property. You can get that for free now and just put in information on it. With us as real estate agents, we have MLS systems where we can create websites specifically for your property. We could create video slideshows or video presentations of your property. So like get great photos of it, and then optimize your property using SEO. That's meaning put key buzzwords on the wording of your one page or 2 page website about your property. Start a bio about your property. Let people know about your property. For us real estate agents, we have to become wordsmiths and really know what key buzzwords that are out there that people really like to hear when they're looking for property. New, renovated, um, just on the market, an investor's dream, those different key buzzwords, use those in your SEO optimization as well as use it inside of your bio so that people can really get excited about your property when they're looking. And then, like I say, be an expert in your content, just be able to write a good and compelling story about your property. Um, so to the way to be able to become an expert in writing your bio, if you're selling your property on your own, or if you're looking to do like a FISBO or something like that, who are you writing for? Again, make sure you understand your target audience. Write for use the language that people with $250,000 mindset is going to use. Or for those $50,000, an investor's dream would be something for those $50,000. Identify what's most important to them. Hey, only minor repairs for the $50,000 person, but for that $250,000 person, you're going to say things like, hey, it has Berber carpet or hardwood floors, in a lavish and luxury surrounding. And then get a real good understanding of what you're going to write about. Again, us real estate agents can be able to help you out with that. create a content calendar as well. Say, hey, on this time of the month on my social media page, I'm going to talk about the property and I'm going to put these photos up. On this part of the month, I'm going to talk about my property and I'm going to put this video up, this slideshow up. And on this month, at this time frame, I'm going to let everybody know that my real estate agent is having an open house. So, get an idea of what you're writing about and who you're writing for, and then deliver it. Again, social media is the best place right now to be able to do it. You can put it on that one-page website that you have. Just get the word out and start connecting with your social media influence, your spirit influence. And one of the most important things that I have to talk about and that I'm learning every day is try again. I mean, with real estate, it's such a challenging business. People can come in and tell you one thing and then, their life situation changes and they're not able to follow through on the deal. It happens all the time. I see it so much nowadays where, we start out with a deal and some things happen. So, you have to learn to build a database of people so that when you're talking to Susie on Friday and on Sunday you talk to Jeff, no, make sure that on Monday you're talking to Paul so that you can have as many people and many influences to come out and look at your property as possible. So at this point, I want to stop and do a Q&A to see if anybody have any questions out there in the audience. We have a significant amount of people, and I just want to make sure that I'm covering the information that you need so that I can be able to answer all the questions that you have. So give me 1 second. Let me go to the Q&A. Give me 1 second. All right, so Q&A. Christopher, when should I start asking for referrals? Okay, well, that's a great question, Jackie. So you should start asking for your referrals as soon as possible, as soon as you have an idea of when you're going to be able to sell your property and, you kind of have an idea of what you want to sell it for. I would say just start as soon as possible. Start calling some of your friends or in casual conversations, just kind of mention to them that, hey, you're going to be selling your house. Do they know anybody? Use that technique. So I would just say start as soon as possible. Thanks, Jackie. All right. How can you determine your target audience? Thanks, Jack. One of the best ways that I know how to determine your target audience is by starting asking questions. Again, use a real estate agent. They can come and look at your property and perform a CMA or a comparable where they compare your property to other properties in the neighborhood who have sales that are happening right now or who have just recently sold in a certain time frame. That could be one way that you can start the process of looking at your target audience. You can determine what type of price range that you want to have for your property. Once you get those kind of factors, the price range and what's happening in the neighborhood, you can determine your target audience that way. Do you want someone? I mean, once you know your neighborhood, you can say, hey, this property is going for 175. It's mostly families. The last property sold for 150. My property has a few more upgrades, so I should probably sell mine for about 160, to get an idea. So, and then also, again, go to the Power of Referral on www.retechnews and look at our ebook, and that should be able to give you quite a few ideas as far as how you can determine what your target audience is. Again, talk to a real estate agent. Give me a call after this session. Okay, so let me see. I'll take one more question. Which part of the year should you sell your house? Okay, thanks, Joe. So I would say we're in market right now. It's May 2015. The real estate season typically starts kind of around the middle of March when the weather starts getting better. And it typically kind of goes through a standpoint of, you know, May and June are the hottest months. And then July starts to slow down because more people are going on vacation. And then August slows down a bit again as well because kids are starting to go to school. And then, you know, shortly after school starts in August, then it picks back up, you know, closer to the middle to the end of August, and then lasts until around November time when we start getting into holiday season. So I would say if you were looking to sell your property, right now would be a good time to put it on the market. And what we're seeing right now, the way that the market is, um, it's so many people looking for properties, but people still feel scared that their property won't sell at a good value or at least get them from being underwater, that they're holding on to their houses. So as soon as properties get onto the market and they are of good quality, meaning that, you know, people have taken the suggestions that I have, make sure that in previous webinars that I've had, you know, cleaning up the front yard, cleaning out the inside, declutter, you know, staging your property, you know, fixing those minor repairs, you know, making sure that your house is in tip-top condition. Those houses are lasting about a week or two. So when I perform my searches for my buyers, I'm not looking at anything that's over 2 weeks, because if it's older than 2 weeks right now, there is a problem with the property. So, you know, that's what I've seen. So thanks for the questions. I'm sure everybody is going to really enjoy those. And then let's see, I am almost about to wrap up. So try again. And then how do you make the system work? I have 3 target items that I wanted to talk about, and let me pull those up on my screen. Um, Again, you know, I've said it multiple times. Make sure that you know your target audience. Learn them, learn who you're trying to communicate with when you're doing your referrals. Make sure the spirit influence that you have, that they are working with you and they have a clear understanding who you think you want in your property. So, you know, learn that you want a couple that has 2 or 3 kids. You know, just be specific. Learn how to build trust, learn how to communicate with people, talk to people, and bring a sense of trustworthiness with yourself. Make sure that you're doing the deal that you know is good. You have taken the steps to make sure that you have a property that's in tip-top condition, and that you have people around you, such as an agent, that can really help you out and, you know, get you in front of the people. And then ask for the referral. Make sure that you learn how to ask for the referral, because, you know, people feel afraid that they're asking too many questions or that they're being pushy. You know, there are certain ways that you can be able to do it without being pushy or making people feel uncomfortable. Learn those. Look at the ebook that we have, and learn how to communicate with people so that you can be able to get your bottom line. So thank you everyone so much for attending this webinar. Glad to be able to teach you how to use your referral base to be able to get more sales for your property, or at least get more people out there looking at your property. And you know, again, go to www.retechgenius.com and go to our blog section, or go to our resources section, resource center. It has quite a few of our ebooks that you can be able to download for free. And we have more video blogs about how to sell your house. And for you buyers out there, we have Finding the Right Real Estate Agent, and we also have buyers ebooks. So we're trying to cover the gambit and make sure that you guys have everything that you need so that you can be able to have a successful sale here in the 2015 year and beyond. So thanks for joining the session, everyone.